Hello YouTube and welcome to the last part of Taiji. You might be wondering what's going on. Why is this not on Twitch? Well, there's multiple reasons. The first one is that I was stuck. I did not know where to go. I didn't have any lead on what to do. Didn't have any progress. I needed more information. So I decided to look up some interesting stuff on online. Not the solution, of course. I still haven't figured out the solution. I wanted to figure out why what was the deal with the graveyard signage. And yeah, I thought at the beginning that I had to follow this specific code, but it's actually telling me another thing. I usually call, these the square and the line, but it's actually named the 0 and 1, and I'm going to keep it like that. So basically what the 0 means is that the 0 will not change anything. It will not change the current state of the square. The default square will always be black. So if there's two zeros, it will stay black. The 1, however, will always change the state of the current square. So as you can see, there's a 1, and there's a single black. So it changes, and then it doesn't change anything. That's basically the equation. So that's why this is lit up. That's the same here. However, if there's two two 1s, it will revert back to being black. And that's it. That's the code. That's the reason. There's also this problem with the white cube at the end of this puzzle that I did not understand. And after looking at the reason why this solution was a thing, I still have no idea. It looks like that if the white cube is at the beginning of the addition, so like white cube plus 1, it will change the color, but if it's at the end of the addition, so if it's 1 plus white cube, then it will not change the color. I have no clue. I also know that there is a different solution, like this. You can do it like that also. Truly a confusing thing. Luckily, it is not important for the puzzle, for the environmental puzzle. So, you might be thinking that I just have to just put everything together and just do the on-off, technique. Like 1, it's on. There's another white, it's off. And there's another one, it's on. Well, it's white instead, but I've tried that. I've tried that during another attempt at making this video. And besides, it was something that I've already done on stream. It's something that I've already attempted. Unfortunately, that did not work. However, I came up with another idea while trying to figure out what I was missing. And it might be a long shot, but why not add these one at the top of the area, at the top of the snowy area? It could be something completely dumb. It could be something completely unrelated because there's no stoner to read them in which direction. But it is at least worth a try. I've gave a lot of attempts. So here is I'm gonna note down the things, and I'm hoping that this will shed some light. I'm also reading them from left to right, since it looks like there's no stone. Since if the dev wanted me to look from right to left, I feel like they would have added some stone at least. So this is what I get. This is the thing that I get, the code. It's yeah, it's a long thing. We'll see what this will give us. Could be completely it could be also completely garbage. As far as I can see, it also doesn't matter which line goes where, as it's basically the same result. If I put the top line to the bottom one, it's not gonna change the equation. So here we are. Let's do some calculating, shall we, together? So this is on, this is off, this is on, this is off, this is on, so it's white. This is on, this is off, this is on, this is off, this is on. No, this is okay. On, off, off. So it's black. Off, on, off. It's black. On, off, no, on. It's white. On. No, oh my gosh. Off, on. It's white. On, off, on. It's white. On, off, off. It's black. Alright. This is a new thing, this is a new combination that I've never tried. Oh boy. Here we go. The moment of truth. Oh wait, I missed. Okay, there I go. White, black, white. Oh, I forgot one. Wait, I forgot a line. I messed up a line somewhere. Oh no, I skipped one. A mistake. How dumb of me. Okay, so I've done a better job at, you know, putting all of this together. So let's see if it's correct. I'm praying. So white, black, white, black, white, black. Let's see. Oh, thank you. I feel like that was a bit mean. Like, I was wondering what else was I supposed to do? Like, I've read the entire mechanic of this signage, but like something was missing. I've done the count with all three lines, but it was still the same thing. Oh my gosh, this one took forever, but at least it is done. Whew. On a side note, I would like to go back to the puzzles that I brute force my way through. The black and white block, of course, I'm talking about. So, let's go over the easiest bit first. If there is some white cube, you have to paint it in white, and if there's some black cube, you have to keep it in white, in black, sorry. Here's some other stuff though. It's all about the emptiness, the empty block, the empty cubes. And what you have to do is that you have to look at the adjacent block next to them. You have to look at the empty, and you have to look at the cubes, at the real cubes, the solid one. You have to look at the color. In this one, in this space, you can look. You can see that there's 3 whites next to this empty space. And basically, if there is more if there is a color, if there's more color than the other one, this color has to be the opposite. For example, you can see there's 3 white, meaning that it has to be black. And for this one, you can see that there's 3 black, so this one has to be white. Simple, so far. However, there is some other problem. For example, what happens if there is some empty? If there's only emptiness next to the adjacent cubes, what am I supposed to do? And what happens if there is a tie between the colors? What if there's 2 white and 2 black? Or 1 black and 1 white for the corners? Well, if there's a tie, the white will always be the victor. Yep. White will always be colored if it's a tie, no matter the number. At least if it's a tie. For the emptiness, you just have to do some deduction. You have to do some deduction and figure out what the empty square are supposed to be. The other empty square. For example, we know that in this one, that there's 2 white. There's 2 white for this one. So, since we know that even if there's 2 black, since we know that since we know the rules about the tying rules, we know that this one would technically be a white, but it would also however contradict some other thing, some other cube, meaning that deducing that you have to deduce some stuff, that there's some logic to this thing, which is crazy. Because yeah, you could technically do it like that if it was a 2 black. But then... this would have to be a white, because there's 3 of them. And then this would have to be a white. Then we have a black, a white. And this would have to be a white. But then this is going to contradict this one below. No, it's going to contradict this one to the left. Because now that we know that this is a white, this cannot be a black anymore. Meaning that it has to be like that. Yeah, it's tricky stuff. Tricky stuff that I would never have guessed, even if I tried. I hope you understand. I know it was not the best explanation, but I hope you understand why, how this works. I feel like I would have a lot more fun if I knew the rules to this puzzle. It's a shame that I brute forced my way through it. Although, yeah, it was either a brute force or I don't beat the puzzle, because it is a very obscure things to do. You have to assume some stuff. You have to assume some stuff. You have to make the leaps of logic. But it's fine. It's fine. It's not. It was not an entire. This was not an entire section. I managed to brute force my way through it, so it's alright. I will not cry over it. And so here we are at the last environmental puzzle, the gardens. Unfortunately, I have some bad news. I could not figure out the solution to this puzzle, and I had to look it up. Sad, but I have to say, the chance of me finding this was pretty low. Basically impossible, I would say. Yeah, it's something. Let's just say that. Here, let me show you what you're supposed to find. this is what you're supposed to find. You're supposed to find these incredible flowers symbol, I know. Very well drawn. So, how are you supposed to find this, you may ask? Well, there is 3 steps. 3 steps to find 3 codes of the symbols. The top left, the bottom left, and the bottom right. The top left is a 3x2, and the bottom left is a 3x3, and the bottom right is of course a 3x3 too. To find it, well, maybe you could have figured it out. You know, it is to use these flower patterns, and yeah, that's it. Even though these symbols are supposedly impossible, like they're not supposed to be a thing technically, you just don't care. You just count the amount of yellow flowers and you call it a day. You can just see you can see it in the graph in my painting that it is all that you have to do. But then, what are you supposed to do for the bottom right? Well, you have to open the door. This door, yes, this one right there. And you have to note down what each screen has. That's it. Good luck figuring out that you had to do that. Because I did not know that I had to use this platform again. I thought that all of this was to just get into the hidden area of the puzzle, but it turns out that it was also part of the meta puzzle. A bit obscure, I'll say. Like, how would you even how are you supposed to know that it was part of the solution? Because you could have also have put anything in your puzzle, in this thing, in this graph. Opening the door was yes, something good. Was probably the most logical thing if you knew that it was part of the puzzle. But yeah, I did not know because I didn't know that it was part of the puzzle. I didn't think it were that this would be so big. I thought that I had to use this and this. These like I had to do a symmetry kind of thing. I've done some attempts. I've tried to do some attempts. Like I tried to, for example, the middle bottom puzzle. I looked at the yellow thing and I said, let's try to get a 3x3 of this side. I tried 2x2, but it didn't give me anything good. Unfortunately, by 3x3, it also means that that a lot of symbols were appearing in the same square, so the plan went down. The plan did not work. There was also some other stuff like trying to find a specific symbol, a specific place, just like in the flower pattern. For example, a white and a white and a dark and a dark, and find it in the puzzle pattern. But unfortunately, it didn't work for half of them. Half of them didn't have the exact pattern. I thought I was onto something, but it did not work. But before I talk about some other stuff that I've tried, I should probably talk about, you know, the bottom right side. What was I supposed to do? Well, of course, it was to use this. It was to use the puzzles that I've done and this thing down here. And, you know, when I look at it, it makes sense. I noticed that, you know, that these squares are the same size that a single puzzle has. As you can see, it's a 5 by 5. If you count, if you stick everything together, it will count as a 5 by 5. The problem is that I had to stick everything together, so I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what kind of symbol I had to pick. But the most thing that caught my eyes, the most important thing, was was this thing. Was this middle right here. I thought it had something with something to do with this. Like, because it has the same symbol. It is the only one who has the same symbol as this one. But it didn't work. Anyway, what you had to do is that you had to only look at the middle, at the perfectly center of each puzzles. So, for example, in this one here, I had to look at the middle. It's a double double yellow flower. Here there's nothing. Here there's nothing. Here there's nothing. Here there's a single one, and here there's a single one. However, for the bottom, you have to look at, well, these three right here. There's nothing here, and here there's a double. And yeah, that's it. That's the puzzle. That's what you have to figure out. Pretty, you know, pretty complex. I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know if I could have figured it out. Most likely not. I didn't have the patience anymore, to be honest. I wanted to be done with this game. But yeah, I don't know. If anyone is watching this, then let me know what you think about it. If you think it was too much, or if it was okay, if it wasn't that bad. Anyway, let's go back to full screen. Now that I've shown you the entire, well, my entire thought about this. And let's solve this puzzle. I haven't solved the puzzle, so this is at least the best part. I can at least do that. So, alright, let's think. So there's an empty one here. Either I do this or I do that. For this puzzle. However, this would mean that this one would have to be... Well, it cannot be there because it's going to make this one there unhappy, so it would have to be here. This is a 2, so it has to be that. I cannot put I cannot put this here. I cannot paint this anymore. Make this square white. But that's fine, I can do emptiness. So this is good. This is good, this is good. This is good. Well, no, actually, that's a 3. I have to do this. Yeah, I have to do this to make sure that it is... yeah, that it works. And then, what do we have? I think I have to do this. Yeah, I have to do this to make sure that that all of these ones... there's a lot of ones. Here we have another emptiness, so we're gonna cut it off. Here we have a 2. That's fine, I can do that to make the 2 happy. I think I want to do this. So, this 2 is happy, this one is happy, this one is happy. Okay, that should be it. 3, 2, 1... Solved! And the wires lit up. There we go. Whew. Overall, I still think that, you know, but all of these puzzles were just fun, great. I had a blast figuring out most of them. So where did the wire go? Did it go to the top? Oh yes it did. So let me guess. I do this. Ah, there we go. Yup. Quickly, there we go. We have white. The last achievement of the game. Let's see. Let's see what this says. Oh, and my cursor is gone. My cursor is was taken away, and then it's being controlled by the colors. And it's destroyed. Even my character is destroyed. There we go. And so the red whisper are free or something. Hey, more people. We freed the villager or something. I have no clue. A miner. More miners. Mining stuff. Hello, hello. Is that a monk? Yeah, I think it is. A happy monk. Mm-hmm. Or is it Buddhism? Maybe it's a Buddha. I don't know. That's an extensive ending. I like it. Much better than the previous one. Speaking of the previous one, the first time that I got the black ending, it just ended. Like there was not enough power because I didn't do every single section, and so all the red wisp just blacked out or something. I don't know what happened to them, but they just failed to do something, to create a new word, I don't know. And yeah, and then the credits happened, so technically there's free ending in this game. There's the minimum that you can do, which is to just unlock the end game and that's it. There's the tower, or the crystallization ending. And then there is this, the freedom ending. I'm just gonna call it that. And there it is. The credits are white. I don't know what happens, what's the deal with the last red wisp that we saw. Anyway, there it is. Thanks to Jonathan Blow. And all these people. That's the only one that I know. Just Jonathan Blow because he created the Witness. Anyway, my thoughts about the game. I've talked about it at the end of the last stream of Taiji. But I don't think I'm gonna put it, yeah, on the YouTube. So let me say it. Let me repeat myself. I like the game. I really enjoy the game, even though there is some stuff here and there that I disagree. Overall, it's a very enjoyable game. I like the symbols. I like the meta puzzles. And I like the music was nice and smooth. The level design was yeah, good. The art, the pixel art, it was nice. Yeah, the logic was pretty good, pretty tough even. I don't know if I'm not. I don't know if that's me who has a problem with the logic, or if there is some, or if it's the same for other people. I'm very curious about what other YouTubers are thinking about it. I still haven't watched their video. I'm talking about Alex Steiner, Keith Ballard, Ian Rock, all these people that I've been waiting. I've been waiting to finish this Let's Play. Anyway, what else can I say about this game? I could talk about the different section of the game. I could give my thoughts about them. I could start with the graveyard, which is, I think, the worst one. Yeah, the worst section of the game. Basically, I got I got stuck. I got confused. I somehow blasted my way through the section without realizing the mechanic fully, at least. And yeah, it was it was not a good time for me. Unfortunately, that meta puzzle, the hidden puzzle slash meta puzzle, is a bit unreliable because there was no stones at the first two lines of it, which is why I couldn't figure it out. Partially, I still had to understand the mechanic. But anyway, let's move on. I could talk about my favorite section, which would have to be the hidden section with all the puzzle in it. They were hard and tough, but there were plenty of them. I had a great time with it. I also liked the unique aesthetic to it, with all the faces, with all the hidden faces in it. Yeah, it's a pretty good one. How about a normal one? I have some hesitation for that one. I could save a diamond, but I also want to save a line. I'll go with the line. The problem with the diamond is that the main mechanic is basically the one who is the closest to the witness. It is basically the star. There's nothing that was changed about that signage, so yeah, I would give the line the best one. Even though I got stuck literally at the start of the game because of it, it was kind of my fault for not giving up on it. And yeah, it was one of the most unique signage, this line right there. And it also grew on me, the mirror rules to the line. It was also, a pretty neat little area. Yeah, lots of nook and cranny that you can go to. There's some neat secret, neat stuff, and lots of puzzle too. Yeah, great one. What else? The dot was pretty neat, yeah. The dot was also another one that I thought about adding to the best. It is up there. It is at the top five at least. The tree was a bit small. Didn't have too many stuff in it. Same for the maze-like one with the walls, with the black and white walls. Um, a museum. The only problem with the museum is that one puzzle, but the rest of it was, yeah, pretty good. I also liked the meta puzzle about it. Lastly, there is the flower, the final section and the meta section. Um, as for the flower, it was, you know, a neat little symbol. It was the Doritos, technically. I'm saying technically because there was more than the actual Doritos in the witness, so there's more to that. Um, but yeah, the flower puzzle was pretty good, at the exception, of course, of the meta puzzle, which was way too hard and obscure for me. And I feel like for most of the people, if I have to guess, the final section was neat. It was also very stressful because you had to deal with specific placement where you had to place the symbols unique, and it was unique. Nothing that was ever done in the witness. It was unique and a pretty cool looking one too, at that. As for the meta section, there's not much to say about. It was the final secrets of the game. It was opening my eyes on what is you know, out there in the wild, the hidden meta puzzles or whatever it's supposed to be. I'm giving a lot of praise for one good reason, because I feel like I haven't given enough praise for that game. It took actually, you know, 8 years to make this. So I do feel a tiny bit bad when I say all these unpleasant things, you know, about the museum puzzle and all of that. I know that I've said multiple times that I still enjoyed the game and all that, but I want to make sure that if the developer is watching, that I think that it is a great game, that it's actually good. Even though I do complain a lot about it, it is still you know, really good. And what else? Finally, I want to yeah, to say that there's not going to be any extra part that I usually do with this Let's Play, because I've actually looked at the guides if I missed any hidden puzzle somewhere that was hidden in a cavern or something in a cave. And yeah, there's none. I've done all the puzzle that I could have found. So yeah, there we go. I'm still working on the good quality video project. It is taking some time, and I'm also lazy, unfortunately. So yeah, you might have to wait a lot more. But you know, at least you get to have more Let's Play in the meantime. Yeah, that is it for Taiji. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you all for the next Let's Play. Bye bye!